culture is not a myth!
Rape culture is not a myth!
Microaggressions are real!
Microaggressions are real!
The gender gauge gap is real!
The gender wage gap is real!
Let me show you a few pictures. Here's Adolf Hitler, responsible for the Holocaust. Here's Benito Mussolini, who created a one-party police state. And here's Christina Hoff Sommers, who believes the gender wage gap is a myth. What do these three have in common? Well, they're all apparently fascists, according to some Oregon law students.
No platform for fascists, no platform at all. And we will fight for justice until Christina's gone. Which side are you on, friends? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, friends? Which side are you on?
Alright, are you finished? Because I think the rest of the audience would like to hear what I have to say. So can you be quiet for a while?
Have you ever seen a more cringe-worthy and just low-energy protest? Students at the Lewis and Clark Law School wrote a letter called "Refuse Fascism in All Its Forms," demanding feminist scholar Christina Hoff Sommers be disinvited from giving a speech at their college. 9 predictably identity-based or leftist groups like the Black Law Student Association and the Lewis and Clark Young Democratic Socialists of America signed the letter, which said, "Under the guise of open debate and free discourse," wow, do those really need scare quotes? "The Federalist Society found it necessary to unilaterally invite a known fascist to our campus to encourage what we believe to be an act of aggression and violence towards members of our society who experience racial and gendered oppression." Known fascist? Wow, could these kids get any worse at writing propaganda? If it's known, you shouldn't have to say it is known. And also, no one cares what you define to be aggression and violence anymore, because by equating hate speech with actual punches to the face, you've proven that you either don't know how the English language works, or are deliberately twisting it to suit your own ends. Rationalizing their profound intolerance, the students cite Sommers' correct beliefs that campus rape culture, male supremacy, and the wage gap are myths. They say freedom of speech is certainly an important tenet to a free, healthy society, but that freedom stops when it has a negative and violent impact on other individuals. There is no debate here. Well, I'm sure Lewis and Clark's highly trained campus police will be on hand to slap some handcuffs on any words that get violent. Speaking of handcuffs, I'm not saying this next student who demanded Sommers accepted questions during her speech deserves them, but something's gotta stop these hysterical hand motions.
And then you'll see me.
Can you just answer her question if you want engagement?
I want to be able to give my piece, and then
You gave some peace, and she wants to respond to it.
you are embarrassing.
She asked for engagement. Answer the student's question about what you just said.
It's fairly common to have the speech and then have the Q&A after, so this is not out of the ordinary.
Imagine being so entitled that you honestly think you can attend an event for free, and then, as a 20-year-old, dictate its format to the speaker and the rest of the students. It's incredible. These students believe they inhabit a fascistic, patriarchal rape culture, Sommers told me. In my factual feminist series, I have questioned the wisdom of such beliefs. Skeptics are rarely popular with true believers. Their impulse is to banish me for heresy rather than engage with my arguments. I really like the religious analogy here. This kind of narrow-minded zealotry is precisely why people compare third-wave feminists to Islamists. Law school is supposed to train students to reason and argue, continued Sommers. These students seem to be more adept at name-calling and melodrama. I'm hoping they are not representative of the school. This reminds me of those Harvard law students who protested learning about rape law because it was too triggering. It's enticing to think that these kids will be the only victims of their own warped realities, but remember that the jobs for which they're being trained have real-life stakeholders and real-life consequences. For Campus Unmasked, I'm Shimshock. If you like this video and support our mission, please make sure to comment and subscribe. If something happens on your campus and you'd like us to investigate, send us details using the form on campusunmasked.com.